All right, Tesla update here on the 17th. So, got the move that I was looking for in the video yesterday. I didn't know if it was going to happen today or not. I was expecting it to happen in this time frame, but there's a lot of different possibilities of where this can go from here. So, of course, in the last video, to summarize, I was looking for this to be ABC minimum and go all the way up here to 186.63. See down here, I have this as 2 or B, 1 and A. So we're still not sure. I'm still not sure if this is going to end up being ABC, ABC. This could technically be ABC right here. It could be a 5-wave move too. I'm not really sure how to classify this one right here. So take a guess, because look at this. We come up here and then we come all the way back down here and then back up here. It kind of looks like an ABC, but it could also technically be a 5-wave move. So I have that labeled as 1A, and then this is definitely a corrective move in the exact same time frame. We have actually a little bit shorter. So that is actually a big giveaway. Normally, if it's a B wave, it's going to be as long time-wise as the A wave. So this right here is, I guess it was on a Friday though. So let me see how long that was. That was about a day and a half actually, so let's see what this was. So I guess this was about the same time. This is actually a little bit longer. So I can't say this is 4 days. This is probably about a day and a half, and this is 2 days. So it can still be ABC. So I'll leave the 2B and the 1A up here. So right here, it looks like we are in a 5-wave move. If you go to the hourly, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, we did not cross back into the first wave. So if this is a 5-wave move, you're going to see a big move Monday morning up here to fill the gap at 183. But invalidation for a 5-wave move is 175.80. So we'll see if that happens. So again, it can be 3 or A. I'm going to go ahead and mark this as 3 or, C. 3 or C up here at 186.67, and that's a little bit above this supply zone as well. So if we come up here and just hit in the supply zone and then reject and don't break outside this parallel line, then I'm probably going to say that's more than likely an ABC move. And I don't think there's a very good odds. It could also be this too. There's a lot of different possibilities. So it could also be this. But this right here went past the 1.61 fib of the first wave. So I would say this is a very slim chance of that happening. I would say the two most likely scenarios are we're just trying to figure out if this is a 3rd wave or a C wave. So if you get this move right here is definitely ABC because we came back into the A wave. So now we're just trying to figure out, is this going to end up being an overall B wave and then come back down here? Or are we just making a 5-wave move and going to go ahead and go up to 230? So that's kind of what we're figuring out yet. I think we're going to at least 230 no matter what at this point. We got an impulse move, a definite corrective move. So I think at this point it's pretty much, I'm not going to say guaranteed, but it should happen. But we're just trying to figure out what time frame. So we'll see what happens with that on Monday. I would expect something up here to at least 182.86, somewhere in this area, potentially the 1.61 fib at 186. And then from there, are we going to get a ABC move like this? If that happens, then we're probably going up here with another 5-wave move. If we get an impulse down, then we're probably coming down here. I was going to say that I think it's more likely that we're already in the impulse, just because we're already above the 20 and the 50, which is very bullish, and the 20 just crossed the 50 too, makes it even more bullish. So if we were to come up here to this area like this and then come back down here, we would cross below the 20 and the 50, and at that point that move might not even happen. So really, I want to see it happen right here, and honestly, it could happen on Monday. The way that it's set up right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of little wick right here, you could potentially see this on Monday. Something like that. All the way up here to like 200. And then, or maybe even higher than that. That's only like 10%. You could see another 15-20% move. And maybe it breaks above here. And then you get some small consolidation. And then you rip up to 230. So you get the point. So I'm leaning towards this being an impulse just for all those reasons. And I'm really bullish right here. But it still has to play out. I mean, it can look great on a chart, but it's still got to play out. If it is going to break above the supply zone up here, then you got the 200-day moving average would be the next resistance after that supply zone up here at 215. So that would actually be kind of an area that I'd be looking at for maybe a third wave to end at, and then a pullback and another move higher. And then from there, we don't know if this is going to be ABC, or is that going to be a third wave? It could also be this. It could also be a bigger A, pullback, and we could be going higher than that. So I would say I'm leaning towards this being the top, but you never know. So watch out on Monday, potential gap up, set up perfectly. We'll see what happens. And I'm trying to think, should I do another stock in this video or keep it short with just Tesla? I'll go ahead and go over the rest of them. Let's see. AMD. I'm going to go over the ones that I'm following, though. I'm not going to go over Microsoft, Apple, because I haven't been following them, so I'm not going to be able to give very good breakdowns. So AMD, I'm following this because I have a position in this. This made a wave 3 here, so you can see I think this was wave 3 right here. So you hit the 1.61 fib into supply, you pretty much filled the gap. And we're coming down now. We did finish below the 50, we're above the 20. This could be the end of the fourth wave right here. It did come down here and break almost halfway through here. It came all the way down to basically the 0.38 fib. So the only way that this continues is if we get a move like this on Monday and you get more of an ABC, like a flat. Otherwise, it's ready to go. I added some calls on here because I have a covered call as well. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this shoot up as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like this on Monday. Maybe up here, maybe all the way up here to 187. I'm getting a little bit too bullish, I think. But if we are talking about the same length as wave 1, maybe up here to like 175, 180. That would be above the 50 though. I don't know where the 200 is. I think that it'd be above all moving averages then. You'd be above 20, and then you'd be above all moving averages at that point. The next resistance is at daily supply at 188. So I think that AMD is looking pretty bullish. And you can see where we're at on standard deviations. I think this is pretty much going to go all the way up here at some point. Zooming out, I'm not sure what this is. It could be, this looks like 5 waves to me. It's kind of hard to tell because if I draw a parallel line, this looks like ABC as well. But I'm just going to follow the waves. This makes 5 waves. Let's say it goes up here to 175. We get a pullback like this. It's probably going to go up here to at least 188 to 194. And then I'd be short again, and I'd get rid of my position. So I think AMD looks pretty good. We'll have to watch it. Invalidation on that one is going to be below the first wave here at 158. So we'll see what happens on Monday. AMD looks pretty good. SPY, not really that much to say. I think I went over it last I don't know when the last time I went over this was. Basically, I'm just waiting for a fourth wave to start. It might have started today. It might have started today. If I was looking for a fourth wave, it'd be down here to 523. This gap fill, daily demand. But you never know. This is kind of hard to read. I tried to make some small wave, like my calculations, and we might not be finished. Maybe it keeps on going higher here. The stocks look like they're going to go higher. Like Tesla looks like it's going to go higher. AMD looks like it's going to go higher. So it might not be finished yet. You might get another move higher and then consolidate. But if it does consolidate from here, I would say that's going to be wave 4 of the overall third wave. So this is what we're looking at. Something like that. Or maybe this is just the fourth wave right here, and we're going for the fifth wave of the third wave. All I know is it's going higher, and everyone that's guessing the top is going to get burnt. A lot of people, that's like the biggest mistake I see people make. It's going against the trend. You really don't even have to wait. You can just wait. If you're trying to short this, you can literally just wait for this to show you. Wait for one of those days where it's like down big time, and you can just jump in with puts, and you can make a bunch of money. Instead of guessing the top, and then you guess the top, and you're like, you know, you're mad, oh, it's not going down, this is so rigged, and it just keeps on going up, and you're down, and you lose all your money. Wait for the day where it actually dips first. It's not that hard. So Tesla, SPY, AMD, Apple, not going to go over it. Intel, I do have a position on Intel now. I saw a bunch of sold puts on this one, like literally like 50 or 100 million of them. It was in weekly demand. I sold yesterday for a small gain, rebought today at 31.70, I think, maybe. It's above the 20, so I think it's probably going up here to a minimum of 34 bucks soon. And yeah, it looks pretty good overall. Palantir, I might do a separate video on this, but I'll go real quick. Has the exact same setup as down here. You can see here, ABC, ABC, up, down, boom. This one right here, ABC, up, down, boom, maybe. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. If it does break below this, it can still come down here to 1785, but that would put a huge dent in this move going to 29 or 30 bucks. So I think Palantir might be ready to go. We'll see on Monday. I sold some covered calls and bought higher calls. I think it's called a back ratio spread. I bought 20 June 7th $24 calls, sold 10 June 7th $23 calls, and I have 1,000 shares, so it'll make me a little bit more money than if I was just holding the shares. I'll lose a little bit if it goes down, but not much. GME. This is actually going to be the last one I go over because this is the only ones I've been looking at today. And GME hit basically where I said yesterday in the video, and it's bouncing a little bit. Has an $8 implied move from 20 bucks. So we're looking at 28 or 12. And depending on where you measure this from, if you measure the W wave from here, and this is X, then it takes it down to 12. I might have gotten it wrong in the video yesterday, actually 10 bucks. But that's pretty far. So I think that this might end up doing something like this. It might be maybe like this. So it might bounce back up here to 27, 28, Let's just see. Yeah, it could bounce all the way back to 33, and there's a gap up here at 38. It might even go to 38 bucks. I was in this for a small amount of time and realized it might go to 10 bucks. I bought at 20.50 and I sold at like 21.36, something like that. I made like barely any money, but I got in right where I wanted to get into. This was daily demand, got a little bit of a bounce. So kind of being a little wimp and not holding on to it, but I saw that implied move and I was like, I don't even want to mess with this. So, all right, well, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I went over the ones that I'm looking at right now. I'm sure there's a bunch more. A lot of things are moving in the market. I know gold and silver are moving a bunch. I haven't watched any of the gold and silver miner stocks. I actually own physical gold and silver, so I'm really happy about that, but I don't watch these very much. So anyway, the dollar was pretty flat today. SPY could be in a fourth wave. We'll see on Monday. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe if you like the content, and let me know if you want me to do a stock. Actually, just remembered, one of the subscribers I always talk with wanted me to do BABA. Let's take a look at BABA. All right, BABA. Gotta add this one in here. So from the bottom, this looks to me, looks like an ABC move. Let's go to the daily though. Looks like ABC to me. And then we get A, ABC, potentially. It's going to take me a second on this one. This is probably going to be an expanded flat. That's what it looks like to me. So what I'm seeing here is this is an A wave, and then this was a B. So we're making a B wave. That's what it looks like to me. It's possible that this is the overall B wave too. So it's either going to be ABC like that, or it's ABC like this. And then we're making the C wave up. So this was an A wave. Looks like to me an A wave. Could be a 5-wave move though too. Let's zoom out here. It's going to take me a second because I haven't looked at this in a while. Honestly, I hope this is an impulse move though, because it made a new low. Or did it not? It double bottomed. So, big move up. I'm going to say that's wave 1. That's got to be wave 1. But here, this could be a wave 3. So you got to watch the waves. Or it's a wave C. So, let's zoom in on it and see what's going on. So we get wave 1, wave 2. I marked it a little bit. Looks like I have wave 3 right here, wave 4. I think that this is in a wave 5. Wave 3, wave 4, and it went up from there. So let's just see where we're at on this wave 5. Let's see. I think I might have one more move higher. Now you got to find out where the supply zones are at. And look at that. We got a supply zone up here. And a gap fill at 92. This might be going to 92 bucks. If it breaks that, that'd be pretty bullish. But 92 bucks would be my target from here. So Yeah, I would say 92 bucks. You got 3, 4, and 5. 92 bucks. There you go. If it breaks above this, then you got. Hold on, let me look at the moving averages too. I mean, it's above all moving averages. You gotta, and the 20 is about to cross above the 200. So I mean, it's super bullish. I would just watch this next area right here. If it hits 92 to 94, that's the next supply zone. You don't even necessarily have to sell there. You can just watch it and see, and maybe put a stop loss or something. But it's pretty bullish right now. So you might come up here and then retrace and then come test one of these moving averages. Overall, looks like a fifth wave, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not in this stock right now. And honestly, this could be the start of a third wave. This is probably ABC. I don't think that you're probably going to see A, B, and then another move down like that. That doesn't really make that much sense. You've already tested this low. So this probably is a wave 3, but you could be in wave 1 of wave 3. So you could be, you know, something like this. Looks bullish to me though. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Give me a like if you like the content. Let me know if there's any stocks you want me to look at. That's it. Have a good weekend.